was Jerry, and everything he owned in this world fit inside one old broken car. Some doors open gently, and some doors open like a verdict. Jerry didn't know what was coming. He never did. That was always his problem and his gift. Tom looked at Jerry the way powerful people look at things they don't consider real. One finger, that's all it took. No words, no explanation. Just go. Jerry wanted to say something, anything, but the cold had already reached his word. Two open hands, the most honest thing a person can show another person. Tom had already forgotten him before he even turned around. They carried him out like he was nothing, and for a moment he almost believed them. And there he stood, alone, with nothing but a thin coat and a heart that refused to quit. He wiped his tears fast, not because he wasn't hurting, but because he had somewhere to go. He walked into the cold without looking back, and that walk was the beginning of everything. Meanwhile, Tom walked into his golden world, and not a single person in it really knew him. Jerry found a cart, a small red cart, and he put his whole heart into every single sandwich he made. While the city slept, Jerry was awake, learning, growing, becoming. Tom was signing contracts he wouldn't remember signing for a life he didn't know was borrowed. He had a painting of himself on the wall, the greatest, it said, but greatness was never a painting. For one unguarded moment, Tom looked at the city and felt nothing, and that nothing was the truth. 3 years later, Jerry's name was on a door, and people were lining up just to taste what love cooked like. This restaurant wasn't built with money. It was built with every cold night Jerry survived. Jerry cooked the way he lived, with everything he had, holding nothing back. And then one day, the numbers turned red, and Tom's perfect world started to crack. 3 knocks on the door, the kind that don't ask permission, the kind that collect what's owed. He read the words, and for the first time in his life, Tom's hands couldn't hold still. The keys left his hand slowly, and with them left every version of himself he had ever known. He stood in front of his own building, a stranger now, outside the door he used to own. Someone put a sign over his face, and the city just kept moving. He walked with no destination, because when everything is gone, every direction looks the same. He reached into his pocket with the confidence of a man who still thought he was someone. Declined, one word, and suddenly the whole performance was over. He put the card back and walked out, not because he was calm, because he had nothing left to say. Empty hands, for a man who spent his whole life making sure they were always full. And so Tom sat where Jerry once sat, in the cold, in the corner, in the dark. He searched every passing face for someone who knew his name. No one stopped. Someone took a photo of his fall, and Tom felt something he had never felt before: shame. He turned his face away. It was the only door left that he could still close by himself. Tom stood at the threshold of the one place he never imagined he'd need, Jerry's place. Spike saw him first, and every muscle in that big body remembered exactly who Tom was. And then Spike looked at Jerry because this wasn't his decision to make. Jerry felt it before he saw it, the way you feel when something important is about to happen. Their eyes met across the room, and in that one moment, 3 years of silence said everything. Tom tried to speak, but some words are too heavy for a proud mouth to carry. He started to leave because leaving was the only thing he had ever been good at. And then Jerry said one word, just one, and that one word stopped the whole world. Tom froze. His body wanted to leave, but something deeper refused to move. Jerry said his name, and when someone says your name like that, you remember you're still human. He turned around, and for the first time in years, Tom's face showed exactly how he felt. Jerry walked to him, a small mouse leading a broken giant, and it was the most powerful thing in the room. He sat him down, not because he owed him anything, but because that's who Jerry was. Jerry placed a hot dish in front of him without a word, because kindness doesn't wait to be asked. Tom looked at the food, then at Jerry, then at his own hands, and something inside him finally broke open. He said he didn't need charity, the last shield of a man who had nothing left to protect. Jerry looked at him for one beat, then said 2 words that changed everything. I know. Then he took one bite, just one, and the warmth went all the way down to somewhere that had been frozen for years. And then Tom covered his face with his hands and cried silently, the way people cry when they finally stop pretending. Jerry heard it from the kitchen and gave one slow nod. He had been waiting for this moment without knowing it. Spike wiped his eyes with his cloth, turned away, and pretended he hadn't seen a thing. When the restaurant emptied, 3 of them sat together. No performance, no pretending, just the truth. Tom finally spoke, and the words came out broken, the way real words always do. When Tom finished, Jerry looked at him and said, "Don't worry," and meant every single letter.
Of what you did.
Tom's head dropped, not in shame, in relief. The relief of a man who has finally been allowed to be tired. Jerry came back with an envelope, plain white, nothing written on the outside, just everything on the inside. Tom opened it carefully and read the note, and something in his chest finally found its way back home. He pushed it back because pride, even broken pride, dies hard. Jerry pushed it right back and said the most important words of the whole story. It's alone. He asked why, the most honest question he had ever asked in his entire life.
After what I did to you.
He said the cold night taught him everything, and that lesson was worth every single degree of frost.